What's up, you guys? Corey Hankerson here with Legacy Tax and Financial Planning, author of End the Tax Nightmare, Insider Secrets to Beat the IRS and Reduce Your Tax Debt. So the coronavirus is here, right? And it couldn't come at a worse time for everyone, really, but also for tax professionals, right? So I wanted to take a moment to really address how the coronavirus is going to affect you and your taxes, okay? So yesterday, the president floated an idea about offering some tax relief to sort of lessen the impact of the coronavirus. So one of the things that he mentioned is what's called a Payroll Tax Holiday, which is good. The other is providing some sort of relief for individuals who work jobs who don't offer any type of paid leave. So to prevent those folks from feeling like they have to go into work because they don't have any paid leave on their job. It's also a good thing. But one of the things that I think was missing from the proposal is extending the tax filing deadline. And the reason that I think that that's something that should be done is the following. There's actually three reasons. The first is that many individuals and even some small businesses still go directly to the IRS to get help with tax situations or to have tax questions answered. The IRS has many locations spread across the country. They're called Taxpayer Assistance Centers, right? And it is appearing that it may become necessary for federal government employees to go into a telework or a remote work or work from home type of situation. Now, if that happens, there's a question as to who will be there to answer questions or to provide help for folks that go to the Taxpayer Assistance Centers. So that's one reason that I think that it really ought to be considered whether we need to extend the tax filing deadline. The other, it has to do with the volunteer organizations and the tax clinics that are also scattered across the country. See, there are many organizations where an individual, if they meet certain guidelines, can go directly and have their tax returns done for free. I happen to volunteer at one of those organizations here in the Maryland, D.C. area called VITA, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. And you can, if you meet the guideline, you can go there and have your tax returns done for free by a licensed and trained IRS professional. Now, the problem is that the lines are long. There often is a wait time, as you would imagine, and there are a lot of people there. Now, the current guidance is that you should really avoid crowds of people and being around lots of people. So that may be a problem with folks having the ability to go and get their taxes done at one of these volunteer organizations like VITA. And it also might be a problem for those of us who volunteer there who may not want to be or probably shouldn't be around large groups of people either. So that's an issue. The third, as I mentioned previously, has to do with many of the taxpayer assistance clinics, the tax clinics that are typically located in law schools throughout the country. There are many law schools that offer volunteer tax clinics where actual law students represent people who have IRS problems. They're being audited, they owe back taxes, they have liens, levies, etc. Now, the issue there is that many of the schools that host these clinics are also closing, right? So when these organizations close, that means that the individuals or the businesses who might go to these clinics for help won't have that available to them as a resource. So with many of these resources shutting down or closing, I think it really becomes something to give a good hard look at as to whether or not we ought to extend the filing deadline. And I'm in favor of doing just that. We ought to extend the deadline to give folks all the time that they have, all the time that they need to get their returns prepared and filed. All right. That's it for today, guys. Talk to you later.